Hello there, and welcome to the first episode of my cooking tutorial series. I hope I'll get a chance to make more of these, and I hope anyone who loses their way on the internet and finds these videos will enjoy them. I may do more complicated recipes later on, but for today, I will be doing the classic breakfast, eggs, specifically fried ones. Now there are many ways to make fried eggs, and lots of them are easy to screw up. The one I'll be showing you today, however, is simpler and less easy to go wrong on. If you do this correctly, the end result should look something like the picture on your screen right now. 2 beautiful golden brown eggs served with a slice of delicious wheat toast. To start out with, you will need eggs. I'm using 2 for this tutorial. Butter, salted or unsalted, it makes no difference. And some sort of salt. That can be herb salt, seasoning salt, or just regular salt. For this tutorial, I am using a mixture made from kosher salt, basil, thyme, fennel, oregano, rosemary, and sage. I think that the herbs add some real flavor and aroma to it, in addition to the flavor from the salt. First, you're going to want to put a chunk of butter in the pan to melt it. You want it to make a thin layer on the bottom of the pan, just enough to grease it up a little bit. This will add flavor, keep the eggs from sticking to the pan and burning, and gives the outside a bit of a seal. It also lets the edges turn nice and crispy and brown, which is what you want. Once the butter is all melted, it's time to add the eggs. Just crack them and drop the inside right into the pan. When it touches the pan, the bottom will start to sizzle and cook immediately. This is the time to add the salt, since the eggs will absorb the salt and whatever other flavor is in there. So now that we've added them, we just have to wait until the white on top is mostly firm. Okay. So now the egg white on top is nice and firm, which is a good indicator that the bottom is firm enough to separate the 2 pieces. We just used a spatula as a bit of a knife to cut them apart. Now we need to wait a little bit longer for the bottom and edges to cook a little more before we can flip it. So now it's time to flip our eggs. Just try to get the spatula under the edge of the egg. If it's still too thin or wet and falls apart when you try at the edges, let it cook a little longer. You can see here that it's slipping off my spatula. If it does that, just keep trying. Once they're flipped, press down on them to break the yolks and to let the white touch the pan. You don't have to wait very long here, since this side cooks quickly. Now, we need to flip them again to cook the yolk that squirted out the sides when we press down on it. And then, just leave it for about 30 more seconds, and it's ready to serve. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the eggs if you made them. This is my favorite way to have eggs, and the real key is in the butter and the herb salt. Anyway, see you all in my next video. Adios.